I have got 12 must-own clones. Now, there's a dude on a video with a beard telling you you must buy something. Obviously, you've got a free will and you can do what you want. What I'm saying in this video is if you want to know some awesome choices for a clone collection, this is the video you want to watch. These are some of my absolute favorite finds of the past year or so, and there's some amazing fragrances in here. There's some monster performers. There's some absolute compliment beasts. There's some absolutely impressive alternatives to niche fragrances. So I'm just telling you, this list is a gold mine, and you know, if you're going to be buying stuff, you must buy these. So let's go ahead and get into the list. Remember to give a click to the like button if you like the video, and click the subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. Let's look at these fragrances. First up, I rediscovered this fragrance this week, and I've worn it 3 times in probably the last 4 or 5 days. This stuff is amazing. This is Rasi Hawas Fire. Whenever it came in, I was just getting so many fragrances, and I already have a couple things that smell very similar, so I gave it a couple kind of test wears, put it on the shelf and forgot about it. But this stuff smells so very good. It is considered to be kind of a much more palatable alternative to Imperial Valley by Gisa or Gisa. And it definitely is not, it doesn't have the kind of musky, animalic, challenging essence of the original niche, but it still has that bright, fruity, spicy, wonderful, sweet, and actually quite crowd-pleasing fragrance that you find in the original without those more challenging notes. I have received 3 compliments on this fragrance in the past 48 hours. That's pretty unusual. And so again, Rasi Hawas Fire. I even wore it to my son's football game yesterday, and I guess I've received more than 3 because I got a couple compliments there from different people. So anyway, really good stuff, really affordable. The whole Rasi Hawas line is great. This is fire. Next one, I mean, I'm telling you, must own. If you're just gonna buy one clone fragrance, literally, I can't recommend a better fragrance to you than this one right here. This is our Moth Club de Nuit Pre-Show 1. It is an alternative to Creed Absolute Aventus. I was at the pharmacy just a couple days ago, and the moment I walked up to the counter, the guy literally said to me, he said, "What is that? Are you wearing Creed?" And I said, "Well, kinda." And I told him what I was wearing, and he said his wife got him a sample set of Creed fragrances. It must have had Aventus Absolute, unless he thought this was the original Aventus. But he said, "Man, you smell amazing. And as soon as you walked up to the counter, I just got hit by your fragrance." And so anyway, it smells so good. There's a pear caramel sweetness in this that, in my opinion, makes it a little better than Absolute Aventus. And people say things like that about clones. It's usually just hype, but this one, I prefer it to the original DNA. I can't get enough of it. My wife can't get enough of it. It has been a compliment magnet since the first time I ever wore it. It's worth the price, and you can now get it around 50 bucks. Extrait de Parfum. This is a 3 or 4 spray only kind of fragrance. It's awesome, from our Moth Pre-Show 1. Next up, now this one, the original DNA, whenever I first smelled it, I was very iffy about it. And then as I went back to it, and as I got another clone a few years ago, I warmed up to it, and it's now one of my favorite winter fragrances. I even wear it in the evenings around the house in the summer, different versions of this DNA. This is Spectre Wraith by Fragrance World, and it is a very good alternative to By Kilian Black Phantom. This is a dark, kind of brooding, moody kind of a fragrance. I like to say it's what Batman wears on date night. It is coffee and rum and I believe leather, and it is a sweet fragrance, but it also has enough darkness and mystery and even a little bit of what some people would consider like a pungence which this has significantly less of than the actual Black Phantom does. I think they did a great job with the rum note, the way that it balances out with the woodiness. It's a great alternative in my opinion. Spectre Wraith from Fragrance World. Technically from French Avenue, which is Fragrance World's kind of higher end line. This may be my favorite Zoha fragrance. I've got about 10 or 12 from them now. I love the house. And this one is mind-blowing. This is Zoha Arcane. As you can see, I have worn it a lot. This is their alternative to Roja, Enigma, or Creation E, depending on what part of the world you're in. It is this tobacco and spice and booze and leather kind of a fragrance. It's actually got cognac, vanilla, tobacco, benzoin, black pepper, patchouli. It comes across smelling almost like a cola or like a root beer. I have a few boozy tobacco fragrances that have that kind of effect, like Nishane Fan Your Flames. Something about the spice and the booze and the sweetness all working together with that tobacco give it that effervescent, fizzy cola root beer kind of a feel. This is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. I'm talking about the Zoha dupe. I don't think I'll ever buy the original at $400 or whatever it is. It's phenomenal. Arcane from Zoha. Performs like a monster as well. 3-4 sprays is all you need. I'll have a discount code for Zoha down below. I'll try to do discount codes for most of these down below. This next one. This one is an inexpensive, semi-fresh, semi-sweet, wonderful tropical fragrance when you can find it. Really good price on this one. This is Fragrance World's Jean Gustav Homme Amaze, and it is a killer alternative to JPG Le Beau. You know, this is tonka bean and coconut being kind of the star of the show. That coconut gives it this real tropical feel, but the tonka bean also gives it a good bit of sweetness, so that this DNA, and not only this one, but the real thing and even some of the flankers, it works in the winter probably just as well as it works in the summer. I actually took this bottle on vacation over the summer and wore it, 3 or 4 times. Really good stuff and a great alternative to the original Jean Gustav Homme Amaze. Next up, hands down, this is my favorite alternative to By Kilian's Angel Share. I'm talking about Bruge Seage. This stuff is fire. This is basically a very rich, very deep, very strong and long-lasting take on the Angel Share DNA, but they added a plum note. I mean, just mouth-watering, melt me into a puddle plum with that spicy, sweet, warm, boozy, wonderful Angel Share DNA. This stuff is awesome from Dumont, and this whole line is just super high quality. The prices have come down maybe around $50 now. I think for that price, all day long, it's worth it. Again, Bruge Seage. This next one, I'm telling you, this video is full of nothing but amazing fragrances. This one right here is from Paris Corner. This is Hurriyah, and this one is an alternative to Oud Maracuja, which is an oud fragrance that got a lot of hype over the past year, and I think for very good reason. It is this dark, inky kind of a feel that you get from oud, leather, and patchouli, but it's got this wonderful, sweet passion fruit. I mean, something about the dark base of this fragrance with that very, actually quite sweet passion fruit. There's nothing else like it. I've got a couple different dupes of this DNA, and they are in a category on their own as far as, I mean, the impact. People who don't like oud fragrances love the way this smells. I've got stories about that. It is just awesome. And this is Paris Corner's dupe. It is potent. Not as potent as Zoha's version of the fragrance, but it's also significantly less expensive per milliliter. I think this one or Zoha or French Avenue, Azure, oh, I forgot the name of that one. Azure Oud or something like that. You know, any of those three are going to do you well, but man, this stuff is awesome. Hurriyah by Paris Corner. Next up, this is a DNA that I've been singing the praises of for the past couple years, and finally one of the big houses did a dupe of it. This is Fragrance World's highest end niche line called Maison de Perfumes, and this is Mythique for him. This is an alternative to Nishane 100 Silent Ways, one of the most impressive vanilla floral fragrances you can find. There is a powdery orris, there is a little bit of a lipsticky iris, and there is this rich, sweet, thick vanilla in this fragrance. There's also some other florals like jasmine, but it is definitely a unisex fragrance, even though it says for him on the bottle. But I wear this, I love wearing it. I love other takes on this DNA as well. There's even other houses that have done a similar kind of DNA as this one, and man, it is good stuff. If you can do floral fragrances or iris and orris, then you'll love it. Mythique for him. This next one, now this one is in this video because it is an everyday, you know, every situation compliment magnet. Smells very you know, just it's super clean, it's super classy, it's very gentlemanly. This is an alternative to Yves Saint Laurent Y Parfum. This is F Les Parfums by Fragrance World. I've tried a couple of the different dupes of Y Parfum, and this one is my favorite. This one I think captures the most of what you get in the original. The only thing I'll say about this one and the two other dupes that I've tried is none of them perfectly capture the sparkly citrus in the opening of Y, but after that first 15 minutes or so of Y Parfum, this is pretty much identical. It smells amazing, it's sweet, it's clean, it's a touch spicy and aromatic. So very good. F Les Parfums by Fragrance World. Another oud fragrance, and I have, the past year or two, I have expanded my oud vocabulary dramatically, and there's a few that I've fallen in love with, like the Oud Maracuja DNA that I mentioned earlier, and like Bond Number 9 Nomad. Now, I don't own the original. I have smelled the original a couple times, and I love it, but this is a very cheap alternative. This is 9th Avenue. It's Emperor's Metropolis 9th Avenue, and it's a very good alternative to Bond Number 9 Nomad. Now obviously this is not going to match the quality of a Bond Number 9, but it's very, very similar, and in the air it's very similar. It's a you know, somewhat powdery oud fragrance. It's got a good bit of sweetness. It's got this very mysterious, kind of ethereal, kind of three-dimensional feel that reminds me in some ways of Dolce & Gabbana The One, although there's a lot of distinctives in this fragrance that are very different than The One. But I love the DNA, and I think that Emperor did a phenomenal job for less than $30. Again, this is Metropolis 9th Avenue. This next one, man, this one, I felt like I had found a vein of gold whenever I got a hold of this one. I think I just looked on Amazon and saw it and looked it up and found out what it was a dupe of, and I thought, I am buying that today. This one is Kahila Luxe from Paris Corner, and it is an alternative to K Ali Invite Only. This is a cherry tobacco fragrance, which if it was only cherry tobacco, sign me up, I'm in. But it's a cherry tobacco fragrance that also has a good bit of kind of sweet spiciness that will remind you a little bit of Parfums de Marly Wajan. So if you could take like a cherry pipe tobacco kind of a fragrance and mix it with Wajan, that's exactly what you get here with this one. It is just so good. Again, this is Kahila Luxe, one I haven't really heard anybody else talk about. Definitely worth picking up. Definitely more of a fall-winter fragrance, but man, I loved it this past winter. Finally, number 12. This one, you know, it's super unique because I don't know any other houses that are duping this. Probably Dua or Alexandra. Probably somebody does, but this is Generic Perfumes dupe of Nishane Ani X. Now, the X twist flankers of the Nishane fragrances. They just altered the DNAs a little bit. I love the original Ani. It's, you know, wonderful vanilla and citrus and some other fruits and some ginger spiciness. What they did in this one is they ramped up the freshness. This is the spring version of Ani, although I've worn it in the winter as well. But it's this wonderful, warm vanilla ginger with actually probably twice as much citrus as the original Ani, and it lasts throughout the entire fragrance. This thing performs wonderfully. It is so addictive. It's the kind of a fragrance that you could wear every day, or I could wear every day and never really get tired of. Again, Ani X. The original is awesome, and this dupe is awesome from Generic Perfumes. I'll have discount codes for them down below as well. So that has been 12 must-own clones. What would be some of your must-own clone recommendations down below? Drop a link for me, and I might end up picking it up if I don't have it. Also, remember to give a click to the like button if you like the video, and subscribe to the channel. I'm Justin. This is Seage Scents.